Janome.
Hi everybody, thank you for tuning in today. My name is Kelly McKenzie and I am the Longarm Specialist at Janome America. Today I'm going to be demonstrating on the Janome Quiltmaker Pro 20, showing you how to use the square foot set that you can purchase for any of our Longarm machines that are in the Quiltmaker Pro or the Quiltmaker series. Now, the square foot set comes with 2 feet, a 1/4 inch foot and a 1/2 inch foot. One thing that I can recommend is if you don't already have a ruler base for your machine, this does help assist when you're using these feet and you're also doing ruler work with them, with straight edge rulers. Okay, so this is what our ruler base looks like. It's clear acrylic. It gives you a nice flat surface so that your ruler doesn't fall on and off the base of your machine. Before we get started, let me show you how to take this foot off of your machine, as some of us do struggle with that. So come on in a little closer. So the first thing I'm going to do is just simply take this foot off. Now this foot will come off very easily. You see how it just fell off. But when I go to put one of the square feet set on, it's not going to easily want to go on there for me. So what you can do is you can lift up on the presser foot bar that it attaches to and slide it up underneath there. Do not be afraid to lift up on that. It is a little tough to lift up on, but it's very easy to do. Lost my screwdriver there for just a second. So I'm going to screw this foot on. So now that we're over at a project, I'm going to show you how to easily do piano keys, to use the square foot as a guide to just make straight line sewing, and how it can assist you when you're doing ruler work with a straight edge ruler. So the first thing that I'm going to do is stitch in the ditch around this blue center square. So I'm just going to bring my bobbin thread up, and I'm going to place my needle in the down position. And I'm actually going to hold my top threads and just do that lightning speed tie-off stitch right there so that my stitch is locked. Then I'm going to use my straight edge ruler to help me do the stitch in the ditch on this. Okay, so I'm going to place my ruler down next to the edge of my square foot, and I'm just going to stitch in the ditch around the blue square of my miniature quilt here. I'm going to pull that bobbin thread up and snip all of my threads right there. Okay, so now that I've done stitch in the ditch, what I'm going to show you now is how I would use this foot to do piano keys. I'm going to bring that bobbin thread back up, and I'm going to just put the edge of my foot at the edge of my fabric, and I'm going to sew onto my fabric right here, and I'm just going to back stitch just a little bit, and then I'm going to sew to that seam, and I'm going to sew over and line the edge of that stitch with my foot, edge of my foot right here. Look at how pretty that is. I'm going to come over. Here's the edge of that foot again, lined up with that last seam that I just sewn, or last stitch that I just sewed. And I'm going to sew over, line that stitch up with my edge of my foot, and sew right up. And I'm just going to continue this all the way down this side. This foot just makes that so much easier. Another great usage of this foot is just doing echo quilting. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to echo inside this blue square for us. So I'm going to bring my foot into the center, well, the edge of my blue square, and bring that bobbin thread up to the top. I'm lining my foot up with the top and the side of my square. And I'm going to hold my top and my bottom thread, and I am going to just sew back and forth just a little bit to lock that stitch in. If you have your lightning speed tie-off stitch set, you can use it also. And then I'm going to just continue to use the edge of that foot to guide me down. I'm stopping right here because here I am at the edge, and I'm going to sew. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm gonna just real quickly free motion quilt in the center of this block. I don't even have to take my foot off because since it's clear, I can see what I'm doing. I am going to turn the Pro Stitcher gears off on my Pro Stitcher. And I actually am gonna do some pebble work. So I'm gonna change a little bit about my speed percentage on my cruise. I'm gonna turn it up quite a bit, like to 25%, so that it's sewing a little bit faster for me than normal when I'm barely moving it. And I'm gonna turn my stitches per inch up to like 15, okay? Now that you see how easy that was, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this out, and you can see how easy it is to transfer from doing straight line to free motion and not even having to change your foot. I'm gonna finish this out and continue with my piano keys so that you can just see what this block will look like finished. And there you have it, folks. How to use our Janome square foot set. I hope that I inspired you today and you'll go out to your local Janome dealer and purchase you a set of feet too. And thanks again for tuning in today. Until next time.